Alright, brothers and sisters, in today's video we're going to be talking about the meme coin markets, top meme coins I'm looking at, what's going on here, and especially we'll have to talk about breath on it as well. So with no further ado, let's get into it. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This show is not financial advice. This show's for entertainment, some education, and hopefully finding God. Now before we get started, we need to talk about Ethereum, because we've seen a new all-time high hit finally after 4 years on Ethereum. It did hit around 4,955, and some exchanges did close around 5,000. Now the question that most people might have, because that's something I've been looking at a lot now, because we need to know if the cycle is over or not, because whenever we have a red day, you guessed it, we think the market is over. We see around and we look around and we see the market is actually going down, and that's how things go. Now, is this something new that we have not seen? Now, to me, it is very normal to understand that after 4 years of not seeing an all-time high on Ethereum, there would be some kind of a pullback once we hit it, and it is happening. It's happened over the weekend. Apparently, some whale was selling Bitcoin to buy Ethereum, and then Bitcoin dumped on that, which we're gonna get to as well, and then bought Ethereum, which Ethereum rallied but then dumped because Bitcoin dumped. So it's a bit of a mess. But did we see this happen before? So this is the 2017 top, and this is when we broke it back in 2021. This is early 2021 January, remember, pretty much this time as well. And you can see the first week where we hit the all-time high. Do you see this clearly here? When we hit the all-time high, the next week we seen a red week. Now a retracement, where did it retrace to the open of that previous week? So this was the open of that previous week. Now we did hit it, and then we seen a rally. Then again, we seen a huge crash by Ethereum to retest the previous 2017 high, and then we seen a rally afterwards. So it's not going to be an easy ride. There are going to be days of red. There are going to be days where people will call for the end of the cycle. So just get ready for it. Now this is one of those videos that to remind you that this is pretty much something we see over and over. So what we've seen here again is this week or last week, we've seen it so Sunday pretty much hit a new all-time high. This week starting green, where we've seen the pullback go to the open of the previous week. Now if we go to lower time frames, we are right around it right now. Now we could pretty much be or bounce from here, as we have this uptrend I'm seeing right now. Now we could pretty much bounce from here. This is around 4,500, 4,400 Ethereum, and then we could see a new all-time high, maybe bouncing around 5,000, 5,100 before seeing pretty much another pullback or retest of the previous all-time high like we seen in 2017. So pretty much this is what's happened in 2017 and early 2021 when the Ethereum hit a new all-time high. This is pretty much textbook of what we've seen, as I just shown you, textbook of what happened. Now pretty much what happened after is we've seen a very strong squeeze. This is your, ladies and gentlemen, this is your old season right around here. So this is what we're preparing for. This is it. Right, this is your old season. Pretty much major altcoins will start to rally, and then we see a rotation from large caps to mid caps, then low caps, which we're going to talk about as well on this video. And when it comes to what's going on right now, we have this Bitcoin gap that could be filled, the CME gap that we have at around 116K. Now Bitcoin is the one that as well needs to be looked out for here, as it could crash the party. But we have the CME gap to the upside on Bitcoin that could be filled, and this could cause Ethereum to rally for a new all-time high. When we look at top meme coins, we are still not yet there with them, and when we look at this, it seems like there is no old season, which is true. There is no old season yet, but in my opinion, not financial advice, I do believe we're just getting started. And I know this sounds like we've been waiting for it forever, but we have true signs that so far that I've been waiting for that happened. And I remember when it was at around these lows, God forbid you talk about old season, but to me it was pretty much inevitable to see a new all-time high on H, which means an old season. So it is going exactly like 2021, right? We have the proof. More things needs to play out. Of obviously we do have the rate cuts, which is pretty much what started this whole recent rally. That's around 84%, which just means we're gonna see a rate cut, and that's pretty much what started to happen in 2021. exactly same story around here. When we seen, you remember what happened, the lockdowns and everything, they started printing money, rate cuts and all that, which caused this rally. So same narrative even we got going on today with Ethereum around its all-time high, and the narrative we're hearing these days is rate cuts are coming. So that to me just signals all season and things are coming. So now let's get to meme coins, and let's start from the top meme coins to the lower cap memes. And when you look at meme coins, it does not look that great, especially the larger caps. Now the larger caps, the reason they are not looking that good is because there is not much money going on right now in them, because we're seeing Ethereum rally. When Ethereum rallies, it does get attention, it does get liquidity from larger cap memes, because these are not only held by retail, they're also held by market makers or large market makers, exchanges, and whales as well, which would rather trade Ethereum breakouts and whatnot than actually hold Pepe or hold a large coin like Dogecoin or any large meme coin that you see here. It's a different ball game than the lower cap memes. So when it comes to Pepe, I still believe this is the mascot of this bull market, which means Dogecoin of the previous cycle. It is struggling, as I just said, because of the same reasons I just said, but I do believe this could just continue to slowly range here. How high Pepe can go can pretty much send all other memes. We just need one meme coin to actually go to 100 billion this cycle. It could pretty much happen, seeing how high the inflows are this cycle, and especially how the race cast will play out, and especially how high and crazy Ethereum would go. This, we could see $100 billion meme coin happen this cycle. So we got Pepe, you got your SPX, which seen a big retrace recently as well, pulled back from its previous all-time high and then made a new all-time high around 2 billion, and then retracing back to 1 billion 15. Could this be something like we've seen with, for example, MemeCoin, which did something similar, went to 1.5 billion and then retraced it all back? What happened with MemeCoin is that this period here was the launch of the Trump meme coin, and you remember what happened here. It was a huge crash overall in the market, so everything crashed at this time. Or you could see something similar happened to Turbo as well, where it crashed as well at the same time. They all crashed around the same time, and now trying to recover back up. They all crashed around the same time. Could SPX do the same thing? Could we see SPX actually pump to 2 billion and then retrace it all back down? Now, I personally think this would not happen or will not be the case, because as I said, with coins like Turbo, for example, or MemeCoin, this happened on a different time. This happened when Trump launched his meme coin, and we've seen that massive exodus towards Trump meme coin and this massive extraction that happened, which caused all these meme coins to drop, which was a pretty decent buy opportunity now. But can SPX just do that? I don't think so. Personally, it depends if we see a major event that happened. But we can see it's still holding this uptrend around 1 billion. Now, personally, I do think it is too late to get in. Maybe if there is a second narrative to it, or like lower cap memes related to SPX, would be pretty much more appealing. But at 1 billion, to me, it's already late, personally, in my opinion. But it is regardless a good coin, which means a coin that has proven itself and continues to prove itself and continues to hold a major uptrend here, and just hit $2 billion in its market cap. It is the 7th largest meme coin right now, just flipped Floki and Fartcoin, Dog we've had, and Breton Base and MemeCoin, many others. So it could just be a case of it is time for this type of narrative to rally, and then other narratives would rally later on, and narratives related to it could start. But for now, I do believe Pepe is the major narrative of this cycle and is the leader so far, as it has proven that it did hit 1 billion and crashed few times and held strong, and it is still above and or around 4 billion. So this is mainly appealing for whales, as at this point here, only whales can make profits of this type of coins when they are too high already. So now going towards low cap memes, and something that happened with Breton 8. Now recently we've seen this crash. Now this happened because Breton 8 had a staking contract that got drained, unfortunately. and caused this crash. Now, the good part here, or the good thing here, is that the community held strong, and we've seen a large amount of buys. We've seen over 1 million in volume. A lot of people bought again here. It shows how strong this community is. So fortunately, only a few people got affected by this, and the team is actively trying to help them out. But overall, this shows how strong this community is and is how strong it held. The staking will not be possible anymore, just to avoid any more of this type of events to happen. Brett itself, nothing happened to it, but mostly just the staking contract, which is a third-party contract. But regardless, now there will be no staking. We can move on from here, and Brett continues to have a strong community. And for the people that were staking, the team is actively trying to help them. You can reach them on Telegram. So Brett on ETH is holding strong around 5 million or 5.3 million. Personally, I added more here. I do think this still got a lot of potential, as it is second to Pepe on Ethereum. Now, unfortunately, yesterday's event was a bit of a struggle and a stressful day, but I do believe we can get through this. Anyways, second lower cap meme I like is Dorky, which continues to hold this strong uptrend. This is only at around 4.5 million or 5 million, depending of the day, but it continues on this uptrend, holding strong, just bounced around of this level of 0.05. It looks like it wants to hit $1. It did hit 1 cent, which is pretty cool when you look at it. This 1 cent here, its all-time high was 15 cents, not so far away from its all-time high, and it looks like it wants to go for that $1 plus here, which would be pretty cool to see a $1 meme coin here. So something crazy as well happened recently, which is Brian Armstrong, which is the CEO of Coinbase Exchange, just chilled a coin called Balagis. Now, I seen this coin when he just tweeted about it, which is, you can see here, 24th of August, which was yesterday, and this meme coin was pretty much around 5 to 6 million. Now, I did not buy it, unfortunately, but what this shows here is it shows that the Coinbase team or Coinbase people are trying so hard to get base chain meme coins to pump and to become the new Solana casino, pretty much, and pretty much the new Solana chain for meme coins. So they're doing their best. This is your CEO tweeting a meme coin at $2 million market cap, Balagis. Now, this meme coin went from 2 million to 14 million, which shows as well how the market is not yet ready for this. There is not so many retail. When you think about the CEO of Coinbase literally tweeting about a meme coin and can barely go above 20 million. But worry not, I do believe we're going to see a big wave or big rush of retails as soon as Ethereum really shows them who's king. But just shows where the market is at. So don't feel bad if your bags are down. It is just the market right now we are at. But what I wanted to show here is this comes from Zora, which is the new platform that Coinbase launched. This is where Base is for everyone was launched, and it's becoming a top meme coin on there. Now, unfortunately, these days it did not see so much price action. It is lacking a bit here. Hopefully it will start rallying, but I do think as soon as any of the base chain or Coinbase staff or members or whoever tweet about this could see a pump as well, like we've seen with Balagis here. So this is big in my opinion when we start to see large influencers or CEOs of exchanges talking about meme coins. This is the first time, in fact, I've seen Brian Armstrong talk about a low cap coin that is at around $2 million. So something is cooking. Something pretty much is cooking here. They know something that we don't know. Clearly, they are fighting for the #1 spot for the meme coin chain, and that just tells us that meme coins are here to stay, and meme coins pretty much are leading this cycle and continues to lead. And we could see something pretty big happen this cycle, and the cycle is far from over. So that's pretty bullish as well for base chain memes, especially the ones that have a community. I'm seeing a lot of base chain memes that are just forced memes, but those that have strong communities, or at least doing something that is in line with what Coinbase wants, which is something from Zora, something with creators, something that has something extra with it, like Fungi, for example, which is meme coin followed by Murad, which is behind the SPX token as well, bought by Murad, and Murad is a holder as well, which is crazy to me to see that people are not waking up to this yet. So sometimes the market can give you these goodies, and sometimes the market can do that. People are just overly tired and can't really rationalize anything anymore. And probably pretty much the damage done by Solana really caused a lot of people to have this much disbelief in the market, especially when you see the CEO of Coinbase can't really push a coin above 20 million. Now the thing is with Coinbase is the base chain memes, they do have to have some sort of Zora related thing to them, like either a creator created them, or like top meme coin on Zora, or being something like Fungi, which is an NFT and a token plus, and I've seen them interact with Jesse, which is as well part of the base chain team, like we have here coded on this tweet. I've seen them interact with them a few times, and I believe they had even Vitalik try their app, which is pretty crazy. So that's why I'm pretty bullish as well on Fungi on the base chain, and pretty solid team, pretty solid community. So that's one of my favorite coins as well on the base chain. I'm still on the lookout, especially for something related to this new stock to meme type of plays. If you know any meme coins, you can leave me in the comment section. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video till the end, and I wish you a very good day, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.